catch your mail to everyone, Lance. What did it say?
What, my mail to everyone?
There was something that came up and said, from Lance, mail to everyone.
You mean in the chat right now?
Yeah, I can't see or read the chat.
Okay, I just this won't do any good for you then. It said feel free to type questions in the chat.
That's why I come on the mic, because I can't. First of all, my hands don't work to type.
Right. Okay, so we got 40 minutes. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to go over the hands that were played today at 1 o'clock in the 3Cs game in the Play in Zoom. I've got about 8 boards or so that I've got notes on. And I think what we're going to do is kind of like race through the bidding on the hands that I didn't note anything super interesting about. Again, like if you happen to have a question, go ahead and pop it up. But otherwise, I'll race through the bidding on the hands that didn't seem all that interesting. And then we'll stop and really talk about the 8 boards that I've got notes about. So board 1 is, let's see, I have to throw these up. Board 1 actually was kind of interesting. Let's say that there's so many roads to go down here. Let's say that North opened a club, which he would do. And I don't like this. I would just overcall 1 diamond with the East hand. But let's say that East bid 3 diamonds, which happened at least 1 table. Keep in mind that South does not have enough hand to bid 3 spades here. 3 spades is basically, I mean, it's forcing. And since you're committing the partnership to 3 no trump, like literally that's the next bid that North-South could make. It needs to be a game forcing hand, which South certainly doesn't have here. For instance, if my partner bid 3 spades here, I got a pass on my right, I would definitely be bidding Blackwood next, because the only thing I'm worried about are the 2 red aces, the king of spades, and the queen of spades. If we've got all 4 of those cards, we ought to have 19 tricks or something. Anyway, South doesn't have a 3 spade bid here if East overcalls 3 diamonds. If East overcalls 1 diamond, I think you probably have enough shape that you could just bid 1 spade here. And as West, I would be bidding 2 hearts, hoping that that's forcing and hoping to catch a raise and hoping we get to 4 hearts. I have this just gigantic hand with ace 5th of the diamond suit the partner's ever called to. Anyway, the auction's going to get jacked up here. It's going to go 2 hearts. North really has enough to bid 4 spades on offense here. We could talk about some fancier things to do, like maybe if North bid 4 clubs, that should be a really long club suit along with spade support. Certainly if West hadn't chipped in 2 hearts here, say it had gone pass, most people would play that North's 4 club rebid would be like a raise to 4 spades with a huge source of club tricks on the side. So that's one thing that could happen. If it did go 4 spades, like East should definitely bid 5 hearts. And South's probably going to bid 5 spades. Anyway, what this all brings up, and I think most people played 5 spades, except for Yo-Yo, Weirdo. I doubled 5 diamonds and let them make 6, so that was not successful for our side. I don't know why you guys are even listening to me talk about these boards, actually. We had about a 46% today. So take what I say with a bigger grain of salt than usual. Anyway, in these competitive auctions, it would be helpful for you and a regular partner to have understandings about at what point in the auction a pass becomes forcing. So that's kind of an important concept to understand and define, where, the bidding starts at the 5 level, and we need to have the understanding sometimes that our pass means, like, not literally, I want to defend this undoubled, but I'm just not sure what to do. Like, let's pretend we had a different auction. And this is not going to jive with the cards that are actually here. I'm just making up something. Let's say that North opens a spade and East passes and South bids like a Jacoby 2-no trump type bid. And the next thing that happens is, say they bid 5 diamonds. When South bid 2-no trump here, he committed North-South to a 4-spade game that he certainly intended to make. Like, we don't bid Jacoby 2-no on hands where we don't expect to be a favorite to make a spade game. That being the case, we probably need to double them if they bid over our game, or bid at the 5 level. But we also know there's that saying out there, the 5 level belongs to the opponents. Like Ross trying to get in. Let me admit him. He's in. We would want to have the understanding in this type of auction that North's pass here, and again, just pretend, don't look at the actual cards. North's pass would just mean, I'm not sure whether it's right to bid 5 spades over this or whether it's right to double 5 diamonds. Okay, but it's not literally, I'm just going to let them steal the pot for 5 diamonds undoubled here when I could open a spade and you could bid Jacoby 2-no trump. Okay, and different partnerships have different specific definitions of what would constitute a forcing pass. Like, we could argue about should passes be forcing after a limit raise? And most people would probably say no. Should passes be forcing anytime we bid a game and it's vulnerable? And most people would probably say yes, passes should be forcing after that. Anyway, auctions like this, if you've got a regular partnership, they kind of beg for you and your regular partner to define what are the rules under which a pass becomes forcing. In other words, it's not acceptable to just pass out what they bid over our game, and pass becomes a tool for us to vote. I'm not sure whether it's right to bid over this or to double. I could go either way, and I'm kicking it back to you in the balancing seat to see if you have any better understanding about whether we should bid on or pass. In situations at the 5 level, like, the default should probably be to double them, just because of that saying that we know the 5 level belongs to the opponents. So if you both kind of feel like, not sure what to do, probably your default should be just double and beat them as many tricks as you can. But anyway, that's a concept. And it comes up sometimes on hands like these. Where the bidding just gets out of control and you need to know whether your passes are forcing or not. All right, let's move on to board 2. Yeah, let's not talk any more about board 1 where we went minus 650 for 0. Let's get that out of the way. All right, board 2. Yeah, I had something good to say about this, I feel like. Upload deal table. This auction went pass at least one table. I think I would be a 1 diamond opener with the south hand, but let's pretend it went pass. And again, guys, like, I just can't be a bigger champion of opening the bidding when you think it's close. Taking aggressive actions, taking the initiative, these are going to rate to be long-term winners. So you don't necessarily have to go crazy, but anytime you feel yourself like torn between, you feel like you're flipping a coin, and on one side of the coin is passing, and on one side of the coin is not passing, tend to take the non-passing action. Let's say it goes pass to the west hand here. You have 16, and it's semi-balanced, but what you have is 5-4 shape in the minors. I would encourage you strongly to treat this as a 1 no trump opener. It's so much better than opening a club or opening a diamond. You're never going to be able to describe your hand succinctly to partner again. Like, wouldn't you rather treat this as 15 to 17 balanced, where you've kind of got some scattered cards all over the place and you're 5-4 in the minors? Wouldn't you rather treat it as that than opening a diamond and rebidding 2 clubs? and partner not knowing whether your diamonds are longer or your clubs are longer, or whether you have 11 points or 17 or 18 points. Wouldn't you rather open it a no trump than open a club and reverse into diamonds? That's pretty sick. Like the hand's just not good enough, really, or shapely enough to do that. So the hands that have 5-4 in the minors with 2-2 in the majors, and they're in range, they're 15 to 17 if you're thinking about opening one no trump, or they're 20 to 21 if you're thinking about opening two no trump, you will save yourself so much heartache if you treat those as no trump shapes. And I would even go so far as when you have a 6-card minor and your shape is specifically 6-3-2-2, and the 6 is a minor, if you are in range for a no trump call, tend to treat it that way. It's the call that's actionable for partner, that puts partner in the captain's chair, and it's so much better description of your hand than opening, your 6-card suit and partner chirps in one of your doubletons, and now in the back end you're like, I feel like I'm a little too weak to rebid 3 of my minor, and I feel like I'm a little too balanced for that, and alternatively I feel I'm a little too strong to just rebid 2 of it. Just treat it as a one no trump opener. Meta says my email link is no good. Yeah, I was not able to highlight on that very small. 2 doubletons are no for no trump. Whatever.
All right, question on this, Lynn.
6-3-2-2 or 5-4-2-2 with the minors. I'm very happy opening a no trump. It'll make your life easier. Okay, Henry, go.
First of all, people are having trouble with the link. Kate is listening in on my cell phone. But in our table, I just lost the link.
But you're breaking up there, Henry.
I lost the link. It went away.
Okay, I'm trying to send another one.
Sent a new one to me. Let me see if I can get it.
Okay, but Kate was south and opened 1 diamond.
Okay.
Then they did. It's back. Okay. Then West did bid 1 no trump. Okay. We played Capoletti, and I bid 2 clubs for a long suit.
Okay.
You comfortable with that?
Sure. You definitely want to get into hearts here.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna not talk about the fact that Kate didn't realize it was Capoletti and passed.
Well, I think you just did. Sure, that would be reasonable treatment. You want to get to 2 hearts. If they open a diamond and it goes a 1 no overcall, you want to bid 2 hearts. And without the Capoletti agreement, you would just bid 2 hearts with the north hand and have that be non-forcing to play, on the theory that if you had a very good hand, you would just penalty double 1 no trump. And I actually talked about that a good bit in on the hands that got played at the RBC last night. There were a couple of good examples of that. But yeah, you definitely want to, whatever mechanism it is to get the north-south side to playing 2 hearts, that's the right idea. Okay. I guess that brings up too, if the south hand does open a diamond, which again is my recommended opening bid with the south hand, overcall 1 no trump with the west hand. Don't overcall 2 clubs. 1 no trump is so much better a bid. Think about what you get to say. You get to say I have 15 to 18. I have a balanced hand. I have stoppers in their suit. That it's so much more a useful and concise description of the hand than 2 clubs where your partner doesn't know if you have 10 or 18. He doesn't know if you have 5 clubs or 8. He doesn't know if you're semi-balanced or 2 suited. See what I'm getting at? Always make the bid that more tightly defines your hand when it's reasonable. If you pick up that hand and overcall a no trump, you're just helping partner with the decision of where to place the contract ultimately so much more than if you overcall 2 clubs. Okay. I think that beats 2 to death. Let's go to 3. And I have support doubles and opening light on this one. Okay, let's say it goes pass, pass, which I hope it did at every table. North has a balanced 12 count, correct? Right. And one thing that you want to be thinking about, like I wouldn't necessarily call this a light opener. I'm opening this hand in any chair with a club. But one thing you want to think about when you are opening light in third chair is that you need to have a bailout plan. Like you need to either be able to rebid your suit, or you need to be able to pass partners, say, major response. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Let's say it goes a club, a heart overcall. South should make a negative double, definitely, with 4-card spades and enough to respond. West can go ahead and bid 2 hearts here. I think that's the best thing to do. Looks like it's probably just going to go pass, pass. You don't want to sell out to 2 hearts when they want to be playing 2 hearts. You know, anytime they've described basically an 8-card fit, which they have in this auction. So South needs to continue with some sort of action here. So let's say it goes double. Pass. One idea is you might just bid your 3-card spade suit as North, but let's talk about something else that might be possible. If you get into a situation like this, where, you know, they've competed to 2 of a major and your partner makes a takeout double, we are never going to need a call of 2 no trump to be natural. Okay, because if we actually had that, think about what you would need for 2 no to be natural. You would need stoppers in their suit without a fit for partner, and you would want to, you're literally contracting for 8 tricks. If those things are true, normally the idea is just to pass the takeout double and try to defeat 2 hearts doubled. If you buy that logic, we don't need 2 no trump anymore as a landing spot, as a contract for us. If we really thought that was the best idea, we would just defend against their doubled contract. So if we bid 2 no trump in an auction like this, it should send the message, partner, like here, I don't want to bid 2 spades. Like forget the actual hand. Maybe you just have a doubleton spade and bidding 2 spades isn't even in the picture. 2 no trump needs to be, I'm not sure what to do. Please don't construe this as natural, because if I really had that hand, I would just pass the double. I'm looking for one of the minors, but I don't want to commit to either one, you know, maybe because I'm 4-4 or 4-3 or 5-4, and I want you to pick, basically. Okay, so that's something that could possibly come in here. Instead of, if North were to judge that she doesn't want to bid 2 spades, and like on the actual hand, I might just bid 2 spades. No, I'm playing a 4-3 fit. But say I didn't want to do that, I could bid 2 no trump and say, partner, you please pick a minor. And then, you know, South could bid 3 diamonds. And we get them out of their 8-card fit, and I get to express as North, I'm okay with either one. I don't want to unilaterally decide. Why don't you? And then we find our longer minor fit on a hand like that. Okay, so I have that. The other thing on this is, say the opponents have an auction like this, you know, they get to 3 diamonds. Neither East nor West should be bidding 3 hearts. The only action that East or West ought to be considering at this point is the decision whether to double versus pass. And if you double, it's basically penalty. And you would be doubling on the theory that, hey, look, I think we were making 2 hearts. I think we had 110 coming our way, and they're pushing us now, and they're a little bit out of line in 3 diamonds. I know that, you know, there's no guarantee we're beating this, but I know one thing's for sure. There's going to be a lot of pairs who are allowed to play 2 hearts our way. And if they happen to be making 3 diamonds their way, it's not like my double has that much downside. Okay, because minus 110, is likely to be pretty close to the same zero that minus 470 and three diamonds doubled making is. Okay, but one thing you shouldn't be considering, both hands have already expressed their trump length, right? Like East has said, I have 5 hearts. West has said, I have 3 hearts. They both have relatively balanced hands. We're never bidding 3 over 3. It's a question of whether we want to take an aggressive shot at a penalty double of 3 diamonds or just be content to pass 3 diamonds out. But don't bid 3 hearts on these. Let's go to board 5. Yeah, quickly. Open the East hand 1 spade, not 3 spades. Be careful on your preempts. They need to be hands that like don't have 13 high cards in them, basically. So the algorithm just needs to be a little more refined than I have a 7 card suit, therefore I bid 3. It's kind of the same idea with overcalls too. Like I see a lot of times people in the second chair say their right hand opponent opens a diamond and they've got this hand. Like you don't want to bid 3 spades with this, particularly when your partner's not a passed hand, because partner's likely to pass with a hand like West has here. Whereas if you overcall 1 spade, you let your partner do things like raise you or make a limit raise or bid a new suit of his own to show a good hand, and then we can eventually drive towards game. So it's not as simple in an overcalling situation as looking down to see 6 and jump overcalling, or looking down and seeing 7 and bidding at the 3 level. Keep in mind that this East hand right here is constructive. It would love to hear from partner, hey, I've got some stuff over here to help you out, because you can bid 4 spades on a hand like this. Let's go to 6. Oh, cool. Here's another application of the 2 no trump bid I just talked about. So let's say that this one goes 1 club. Yeah, a couple of cool things to talk about here. 1 club pass a heart is very standard. Let's talk about what North can do here. Certainly you've got enough points that you feel like, I talk about when you get in overcalling situations, sometimes you're going to have hands that are like opening bid strength that just don't have anything convenient to overcall. That's particularly going to happen when you are long in the suit that they've bid. But when we get up towards 15, 16 high card points, admit Scott here. When we get up towards a hand that's got this much stuff, we kind of need to start thinking about acting, just because we've got too much raw high card point power. So one idea would be that you would double. The problem with that is partner's going to think that you have spades and diamonds. Like you've got something resembling an opening hand with spades and diamonds. That's not really what I want to say here. I want to say that I have 15 to 18 balanced with stoppers in their suits. So the way you do that is 1 no trump. I think that almost every world-class player at this point plays this 1 no trump bid as natural. 15 to 18 points. Let me be honest that I thought this 1 no trump bid, like, this is kind of cheesy as 1 no. I made it, but it's pretty light, because if they decide to let you rot in 1 no trump or 1 no trump doubled, it's probably not going to be pretty. Like you might take as few as like 2 or 3 tricks here, because you don't have any long suit, you don't have good interiors, right? So I'm not even sure this was all that well thought out of a 1 no trump bid by me, but it gives us something to talk about. That being, 1 no trump here should be natural, not takeout. A lot of people think that the only definition for this bid is something called sandwich no trump or unusual no trump. If you want to take out, you use your double. One no trump needs to be, I have a strong no trump. Let me tell you another reason we want that to be strong here. Particularly, I said every world-class player plays it this way. At the very top, people are responding with first of all, they're opening with cheese and they're responding with cheese. And if East is opening 9 and 10 counts and West is responding with 3 and 4 counts, we need a weapon against that. We need the one no trump bid to say, look, don't listen to these jokers. I've got 15 to 18 balanced over here. I don't care that they both bid. That doesn't mean anything. Look at them. They're under 30 years old and they're from Sweden. They probably, we might have a slam still, right? So that's why it evolved that this one no trump bid became more useful as just showing power, right? So let's talk about how this auction could continue after this. East raised to 2 hearts, right? And what we're eventually going to come to again is the idea that we don't want to sell out to 2 hearts. They have described an 8-card fit. They want to be playing there. They've bid and raised a suit. We need to be competing. So I think at our table, it was actually passed back to me. I shrugged and doubled because I just know that it's bad. It's bad tactics to let them play 2 hearts here. And my partner, again, it's very similar to the board we were just talking about. She didn't want to bid her 3-card spade suit, and she also doesn't want to unilaterally guess clubs or diamonds. We don't need 2 no trump as natural, because if she really felt like she wanted to bid that, it's probably best just to pass the double and come after 2 hearts doubled. So what she did instead was bid 2 no trump to say, partner, please pick a minor. I have 2 4-card minors over here. I don't want to necessarily unilaterally vote and then find out that you were 5-3 in the minors or 4-3 in the minors. You pick one. I'm good with either. And this way, instead of just flipping coins or guessing, we get to play our 4-4 diamond fit over their 2 hearts instead of playing our 4-3 club fit. Okay, so 2 no trump, that some people call it scrambling. It's kind of an application of unusual or Lebensal almost. These are all in the family of 2 no trump bids that aren't literally an offer to play 2 no trump, but they are ways to say, partner, we need to bid something at the 3 level, but I don't want to vote unilaterally. You help me out. Okay. Almost like a retake out double sort of. And again, theory is just, we're using that 2 no trump bid as a button, not as a literal offer of a place to play. Okay, so that's 6. Let us go ahead to 13. All right, what happened here? We have, what is my note here? Oh, good. I opened this hand a diamond, and my left-hand opponent overcalled a spade. Notice again, this is kind of an example of what I was just talking about, where this is actually a hand that's kind of useful, right? If your partner could make a limit raise of spades or bid her own suit, like you have enough stuff here that you could possibly still have a game. Okay, we're at the 10-minute mark. That's fine. If you overcall 2 spades with a hand like this and your partner hasn't had a chance to bid yet, you're potentially sealing out the constructive nature of a hand. Compare it with, let's say that West had been the dealer. Let's say it goes past a diamond. And particularly if you were playing a style of light opening bids. I'm telling you, these light opening bids, within reason, they just have cascading good effects on all the other auctions. So say it went past a diamond. Now we could consider bidding 2 spades with this hand because there can't really be a game anymore. Like if partner couldn't open the bidding, especially if you're employing a light opening bid style, you can go ahead and bid 2 spades and have it be super wide ranging. And it could just basically be anything that knows, hey, if partner couldn't open the bidding, we don't have a game here. Anyway, when partner isn't a passed hand, just overcall this 1 spade and see if you can catch some good news from partner on the back end. So my partner made a negative double. This is in the family of takeout doubles. It's, I want to bid. I have the other 2 suits with an emphasis on any unbid major. Okay, so this is the way that you make like an invisible 1 heart response here. Think of this double in this auction as I wanted to bid 1 heart, and the person on my right bid 1 spade rudely in front of me. That's kind of exactly what double means here. And it went 2 spades. Okay, don't get cute and pass and let them describe a fit or let them rebid whatever it is that they're going to rebid. You have 8 trumps. Bid 2 spades now. Don't let them have all that room between 1 no trump and 2 hearts to describe their hand. You're eventually going to compete to 2 spades. Do it now. So it went pass by North because North has nothing else to say. And it went pass. And my partner made a very thoughtful bid here. She bid 3 clubs. And this is one instance where a new suit by responder is not forcing. She should have exactly the type of hand she's got here with 4 hearts, probably 6 clubs, maybe 5 really good ones. But what she's got is 4 hearts and longer clubs and a desire to compete over 2 spades, but she doesn't have a forcing hand. This 3 club bid is not forcing. What would she do if she had 4 hearts and 6 clubs and she had a game forcing hand? Like back when this double happened, what would she have done? She would bid 2 clubs, right? And then if I could bid 2 hearts, then she could raise hearts. That's the way she would get involved with a good hand with longer clubs than hearts. All right, let's go to, team's not good. Let's go all the way to 20. Actually, let's go to 21 first and let 20 be the grand finale in honor of it being almost fireworks day. All right, 21. This is just a quick tip on defensive carding. And again, it's something I made a little bit of a video about on defense, playing your honor cards. What happened here was I opened a diamond and it went 1 heart and it went pass. Is this actually what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, diamond, heart, pass. 2 diamonds. Showing, again, the limit raise or better for partner. I also think you could bid 1 spade with this hand even, because spades might still be a good trump suit. And the way I like to play advancers, new suits, quick definitions here. North is the opener, east is the overcaller, south is the responder, and west is the advancer. The advancer is the partner of the overcaller. I like to play that by a previously unlimited advancer, which you're unlimited if you hadn't had a chance to bid. If you bid new suits, it's forcing. I kind of like that rule. So I think you could have bid 1 spade with this either. But 2 diamonds is fine. Partner, I have a invitational plus hand with hearts. And it went pass. And I believe East said that she was not interested. Is that how this went? 2 hearts. And it went pass. Pass? Is this what happened? The auction's actually right here, Lance. What are you doing? I didn't even notice that until now. North makes a takeout double again. We're not going to let them play 2 hearts when they have an 8-card fit and they've stopped at the 2 level. It kind of doesn't matter how many points you have in your hand. The opponents have said, we don't have enough to make a game dry. That means that North-South has the balance. Like North-South is going to have something like 17 or 18 points on this type of auction. So whether or not you're looking at 11 or 14, it's kind of immaterial. If you're short in their suit, we need to compete here. And whatever points you're missing, partner's going to have the balance of those. So it went double, pass, 3 clubs. And now West reasonably judged to bid 3 hearts here. Even though they don't have an 8th trump, he does have this ace-king 6th of spades and a singleton in the suit that North-South is competing in. So this is a pretty well-judged 3-heart bid. Anyway, here's the point. My partner got off to the lead of 7 of diamonds, the beer card. And it went jack, queen, ace. And I think what happened next was she played a spade to the dummy. It doesn't matter if this actually wasn't what happened.
No, she roughed the club up.
She roughed the club at some point? At this point, right?
Right away, before going to spades. Just
okay,
rough
before
the club
going
and go for trumps. Yeah.
Okay, so whether or not she immediately roughs the club or actually plays a spade to the dummy and now plays a club, check out something very useful that South can do here. All right, I'm just going to play second hand low, and Declare's going to play the ace with the intention to rough the second round of clubs. Particularly with the 9 gone here, my partner can let me know exactly what's going on in the club suit by playing the queen here. And it's always the highest from like a run of cards. So what she's letting me know here it happens to be that I'm looking at it, but she's telling me my clubs are solid from the queen on down. Don't worry about this suit. If you're not looking at the king, I don't have it, because if I had the run that was headed by the king, I would play the king instead. So just keep in mind, make these plays. It looks like you're wasting a card. You're not. You're letting partner know what's going on. All right, and one more, board 20. My partner gets the Good Defense of the Day award on this one. Check this one out, guys. This is cool. My opponent's got to 4 spades. Oh, quickly. I'll give you an auction. Won a spade, 2 hearts. East Cupid, again, good hand, support for you. Like, I think this West is an absolute no-brainer for spade call, but pretty much if you've opened the bidding on 5-5 and your partner gives you a Cupid, just bid game. All right, so anyway, the defense is kind of the fun part. Ace of Hearts is an obvious lead. And I continued with the King of Hearts. That dropped the queen from partner. All right, so check this out. At this point, Declare has the rest of the tricks left to his own devices, right? He just draws the trump. They're 2-2. Ace, King of clubs, Ace, King, Jack of diamonds. Like, we've got all the rest of the tricks. But check out what happened. I led the Jack of hearts. I actually maybe could have sent an alarm clock by leading a small heart, but I wasn't 100% sure that Declare had all the rest of the side suit tricks. So I decided to play the Jack. And my partner made the expert play here of roughing my good trick high with the Jack of spades, and now we get a trump trick. And it's not good enough to rough it with the 3. Anytime you're in situations like these and you're going to rough, always send your best soldier. That's the right idea. That's the way you promote trumps. And the Jack of spades gives us a trump trick. And holding this to 620, I think was much better. I think we were the only ones that held it to 620. So we did one thing right today. Anyway, you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a happy 4th of July. Thanks for playing and Zooming with us today.